Here we can log in using the username and password. So I will log in as an admin because I have to access all the modules. After login, I can see there is a menu on the left side. We can select sales, purchase, inventory, accounting, those modules. So I'll go to the sales. Then there is a create button. We have to select the create button. Then it will show a window. So first we have to select the customer if it is existing, or else we have to create the customer. So if it is an existing customer, we can search by name, company, email ID, phone number, CPR, whatever the details. So I'll select one customer which is existing. In the same flow, there is an option create and edit. We can create the new customer if it is a company or individual. So I can fill all the details related to that particular customer, including the photos, the gender, CPR number, age, all those things. And I just select one existing customer. Then there is an option to select the salesperson. If the same time there is a multiple salesperson for the counter, we can select the salesperson. Then just below that there is an option for examination details. In order to enable that one, we have to just tick on the reorder from supplier. Then just below that there is an insurance button. So if I check the insurance button, it will show the insurance agent details and then their percentage of the sale. Then there is a field for optometrist, so it will be displayed in the examination result, like the report. So I'll select the insurance agent if it is existing, or else I can create a new insurance agent. So it's also same like customer or supplier creation. So I have to fill the details about the insurance agent. So their company details and everything. Then insurance percent I just put it as a 20%. Then there is a window to select the services or products. So we can select the existing products from the list, or else we can create a new product from there itself. So if I click an arrow mark just right side of the product, it will show all the information related to that particular product, the product name, product type, barcode, selling price, whatever the details, all details it will display. If it is a new product, I can just click and go for the creation of the product. So I have to fill all the details. Then so I will choose an existing product which is available in the ERP. So there's a quantity field, just right side of that we will get the on hand stock. So then there is unit price, unit of measurement, tax, discount, subtotal, all those kind of things. So if I put quantity, then automatically the corresponding price will come. Then in the examination details tab, we can fill the details like existing spectacle prescription, visual acuity, new prescription details, all those things. I will just randomly fill in the values. So after that we have to confirm this one. So I just click confirm button. So we will get two things. One is delivery, and there is two invoices because we put as insurance agent, so we'll get two invoices. One is for the customer and one is for the insurance agent. I'll go at the delivery part. It will show that particular product is reduced from the stock, like for quantity. Then we can print the delivery slip as well. Then if I go to the invoices, there is a two draft invoices. This is a performer invoice. So one is for the insurance and another one is for the customer. So this 20% is allotted to the insurance and 80% is allotted to the customer. So this is the total amount. Then we can just post that invoice, then only it will affect on the accounts as a receivable amount. So if I take a printout of the invoice, the current one is in A5 size, which is customizable to whatever the size, whatever the design, which is customizable. So it will show all the details regarding the sale. Then we can collect the payment by clicking the register payment button. There is a payment methods, bank, cash, benefit, whatever the method we can add. Then I just collect 5 BD only, total is 11.2. So it will show like 5 BD is collected on this particular date. and we can see the receipt as well. So I can take a printout or view of the receipt. So it will show whatever the total amount, whatever the amount we collected, and all those things. This design also we can customize. And if I come back to the invoices, the insurance invoices still there is. So end of the month we can reconcile, or we can get a statement regarding that. This is the original invoice, and we can see there is a payment balance is 6.2. This is actually the sales flow. Then from the orders menu we will get all the customer details. So if I go to the particular customer, which is the recent sale happened, so I'll get the examination report. Actually this is the prescription history, so I just open that one. I can print out the examination details in a format which will include the examination details and the customer detail, the date and everything. On the downside, who is the doctor, like the optometrist, that also displayed. Then if I go back to the reporting side, I'll get the day close report, like sales summary report. I just choose the today's date. I can choose the salesperson also, salesperson wise report also possible. So if I open the sales summary report, I can see this today's invoice is there. This invoice number, customer name, salesperson, the total amount, and paid amount in the balance. So in the summary it will show total sales amount and how much is collected. Then in the reporting there is a sales analysis. It will show the graphical representation of the sales. We can choose the date range, so I'll choose as today. So I can see there is only one sale in today, that is 14 BD. Then I can filter it out product, there is only one product sold. Then customer also, the customer details. There is different views, graph and pie diagram and everything. Table view also is there. We can download it into an Excel sheet. So from here we can, these all reports are dynamic, we can customize. We can choose the columns and rows. If we come to the inventory part, mainly inventory part hold the stock mainly the items. So in the master data there is a product button. It will show all the existing products including the photos, the name, price, on hand quantity. I can filter the items by product category. Then if I open one product, it will show all the details, like how much quantity is purchased, on hand quantity. Forecasted means what we ordered and we didn't received, like that. Then the traceability and how many quantity we are sold. All these things it will show inside the product. If we got the sold quantity, on which sale order, which invoice number, which customer, all those things we will get from the product itself. So all the history of the product will be matched from here. Then product type is storable, because anyway we have to keep the inventory. Product category we can define. Barcode it will come automatically or manual. Sales price, cost, unit of measure. Then the sales policy, invoicing policy. Then the supplier and their price. The inventory location. All these things we can set up inside the product master. If I go to the traceability, the to and from, all the transaction related to that product will show. If you go to the operations and transfers, I can transfer internal transfers, branch to branch, branch to head office, warehouse, like that. And if I am going to inventory adjustment, this is for the opening stock or stock adjustment. Then there is a scrap option. If I come to the reporting side, I can see inventory report is there. All the items with the particular location, on hand quantity, then total value. We can filter it out, a negative quantity, on hand quantity, reservations and everything. Then if I go, I can see the total stock value as well. So item wise, location wise, we can filter the stock. For all these there is different views. There is configuration. Under configuration we can configure the warehouse, locations, unit of measure, category, everything. If I go back to the products, I can print out like barcode, labels and everything. So that's inventory part. If we come to the purchase part, we can see there is orders, products, reporting and everything. We can see all the supplies related to our business. We can list out all the things. So if we go to inside the vendor form, we'll get the total purchase and vendor bills, also the statement. And I'll start a purchase. So I just want to click on the create button. I have to select the vendors. If it is an existing, we can just select, or else we can create. Then payment method, cash or credit. Then vendor reference number, which is from the invoice. We have to select one item. If it is not there, we can create exactly same in the sales. Then I just want to see the existing quantity is 20, so I am just going to purchase 5 more quantities from the supplier MK Trading. So tax, if it is an import purchase, there is 0% tax, or else we can choose that 10 or 0. I just confirm the order. So after confirming the order, there is two things happen. One is receipt, that the stock is filled with that required quantity, and there is a vendor bill which is generated against that supplier or the vendor. So stock is added, and in the vendor bill it will show that is due because it is a credit purchase. So it is showing amount due is 10 BD. The two ways. One, we can pay against this particular bill, or else we can pay as bulk. So I just open register payment. I can see the payment methods, bank, cash, then amount also I can put. Then just validate. It will show only 5 BD I did through the bank and the date, and amount due is 5, and all the window, all the transaction, it will show the log report as well. So I will go back to the purchase order. I can see the product. I just want to check the quantity is updated or not. So I'll go to anti-fog spray that product. And I can see initially it is 20, now it is 25. We purchased 5 more. So if I go inside, I can see the purchase analysis as well. For this particular product, I will get the purchase analysis. So which purchase order from which vendor. So all these things will get. So I will select today's date. I can see the product, which is the product, and which is the supplier, and which is the PO number. These all things we can dynamically select. Then in the reporting side, exactly like in the sales, there is different forms like pie diagram, linear graph, all those things. So if I select today's date, it will show only one purchase, that is 10 BD. I can filter it out by product. I can filter it by vendor. I can even filter it by purchase representative. So these things we can do it in the purchase part, reporting part. And finally, we are going to see the accounting part. In the accounting, there is a wide range dashboard. It will show everything as a summary. If I go to the configuration in the chart of accounts, I can configure the chart of ledgers, like chart of accounts, including the types. If I open cash, there is a type of bank and cash. So all those things, it's already there by default. You can create also. In the configuration, there is a tax configuration. We can create whatever the tax percentage and their configuration. Then payment terms related to the supplier or customer. Then under configuration, there is the journals. We can create separate journals like cash journal, benefit, bank. Whatever the journals, we can select. If it is a bank, we have a short code. So all the journals, vouchers are under that short code. Then we have bank accounts. We can configure multiple bank accounts and their account number, all the details. Then we have journal groups. Under configuration, we have asset types. We can define different type of assets and their depreciation methods, time method, or whatever the ledgers related to that particular asset, and their settings we can define. If we come to the overview, we can see the overview of the dashboard, like customer invoices and vendor bills. Then if we come to the customers, under invoices, we'll get all the invoices, whatever the paid or not paid or in payment, whatever it is, it will show. In that invoice date, customer number, invoice number, salesperson, due date, all the things. So I can filter it out by invoice date, invoice month, these things. If I sort by invoice date, I can see that today's invoice is this one, which is not paid, and we can filter it out by not paid one, like pending invoices altogether. If I filter it as a month, like this month, how much payment is pending from the customer side, these all things we can easily identify. Customer wise also we can filter, date wise we can filter, salesperson wise we can filter. So if I go inside one of the invoice, we can pay as well. If we come under vendors, there is also vendor bills for the purchase purpose, exactly same as invoices. It will show everything, amount due, the status, paid, non paid, salesperson wise, all the things it will show. Then if we come to the vendors part, there is refund, receipt, payments, vendor payments, supplier payments, means then all the payments related to that vendors it will show. Although the customer receipts, we can create the receipt separately, customer payments, all those things we can do under customer menu. If we come to the accounting, there is journal entries. So this is the core part of the accounting. We can pass the journal entries, whatever it is. We can enter the contra, bank, cash, salary, expenses, all the things we can do inside this journal entries part. So under journal entries we can select the account like cash and bank, and their narration. If it is an account receivable or account payable, we have to match the partner to which customer we are putting the opening balance, like that. Then post, it will affect the accounts. So we'll get under accounting journal, sales journal will get separate. So all the sales transactions will be recorded here, all the entries. Then under there is a purchase journal, so all the purchase transactions will be appear in the particular journal. Then there is bank and cash journal, miscellaneous journal, then assets, all those things will come under accounting module. So this is the bank and cash, and the GL also is there. In the reporting side, we'll get all the financial reports like balance sheet. We have like this balance sheet. We can drill down and go inside each ledgers. Like if we go to account payable, I'll get the general ledger of all those, whatever the suppliers, whatever the customers. We can filter it out by date, or we can compare between the date ranges. Then there is P&L. In this case also we can use the filter for the date, for the comparison, for the ledgers, for the partners. And there is partner aging for the receivables or payables. Will get the partner aging 0 to 30. This aging duration also we can define separately. Then there is a partner ledger. It will show the receivable and payable account, the statement. Then we have a GL, all the transactions will show here, and all the report will get view as well as PDF and Excel. All the reports will get these three options. Then asset analysis is a separate option. The day book is there, cash flow is there, bank book is there, cash book is there. So all these things we can extract it from the reporting menu. Then tax report also is there. We can just choose the date and we'll get the tax report.